So when bad times happened, because they put stuff aside, Joseph was the one they went to get to buy corn and things they needed. Well, it was bad, real bad for Joseph's family. He didn't know what was going on with them because he's been sold as a slave. He grew up in Egypt now. He's 30 years old now. 30 years old. Governor of one of the largest nations on earth. And his brothers were sent by the father to go buy some grain because they're starving. They could probably end up dying out there. Please follow me, because it impacts generations. Forgiveness. And so they came and they didn't know Joseph was the man. They went to the man. They didn't call him Joseph because he had learned a new language. And so he talked to his brothers through an interpreter. They didn't recognize it was even him. Probably had a beard, probably strong and buff and all that. And, you know, you got to, I can't, you kind of look like him, but nah, I ain't him. And he said, I'm Joseph, your brother, who you sold as a slave. Wow. He had a chance right there to either say, I'm going to put you in prison. You're going to pay for what you did to me. I was in prison because I didn't deserve it, but because of you. I struggled because of you. I could have died out there because of you. He didn't do that. No. This is what he said, talking about the legacy for forgiveness. He said, it wasn't you that brought me here. It was God. He saw the bigger picture. To preserve you a posterity in the earth and give you a great deliverance. And God gonna use me. That's why you got that good job. That's why God give you make more money. That's why God put you in a position of influence. To be a deliverer and a blesser to others. Yes. Yes. He understood it. How much more should we operate that way? When we don't restore relationships, be peacemakers, we hinder what God wants to do for generations to come. Because of that restoration, Jacob and his kids would have died in the famine, and the promise God made to Abraham would not have happened through them. Yeah. It would have held up what God was doing, and I don't want to hold up what God is doing. I'll say it again. It would have held up maybe for generations, maybe for centuries, what God was doing, and I don't want to hold up what God is doing in my life, in my family. It's always bigger than us. So, the next time you're faced with the situation where you have an opportunity to forgive and reconcile, think about, if you don't forgive, what part of God's plan are you holding up?